Come in, damn it. You're sure a punctual bastard.
Welcome to the podcast at Orgy Castle. Sit back, darling, and enjoy with your hosts Derek and Paula.
Welcome to another episode of Podcast at Orgy Castle. Folks, the internet has plotted against us and has totally overthrown the way we do this podcast.
We triumph like motherfuckers, like always.
It's all we can do. We have to push forward. So if you are a Patreon and subscribe to the $6.66 level and expected to come in tonight and watch The Kiss of Her Flesh, which is the last Finley Flesh movie, and thought, oh, this is going to be a real nice night. I'm just going to be able to turn on my rabbit. Wait.
No rabbit.
No rabbit, folks.
Mm-mm.
Rabbit's dead. We found this out fucking tonight. We've been members. Did we get emails?
No.
Just show up. Sorry, here's the rug. Oh, there's the rug.
Yeah.
The rug's way the fuck over there.
Yeah. No text, no call, no smoke signals.
Just plain ghosted.
No fluffing, no warming up, no buttering up, nothing. They didn't soften us up at all.
Nope. So that's stage one of major disappointment tonight. So we finally get this thing going, which is called Cast now.
Mm-hmm.
And we were able to get a few people in on the mix. We watch the movie. We get done. And Paul and I, usually we just go to YouTube and there's Google Hangout. Wait. There's no more Google Hangout.
Yeah.
So how we usually do this podcast, where we stream this thing for our Patreons live, we don't know how to do this anymore.
No. Gonna have to adapt, survive, and overcome, pretty much.
Oh, my gosh.
Modern problems
Paul.
are going to require modern solutions, sir.
Yes. And I want to thank the new Patreons that signed up to join us and weren't able to.
Cheers, y'all. Cheers.
This is the way my life goes, Paula. This is, I
Could
guess,
be worse.
karma.
It could be worse.
It could be worse. But
Yeah.
anyways, thank you, listeners, for putting up with us. We will figure this out at some point. So, Paula, it's been another week off. How are you?
Yes. I am good. I am back to work after my summer of sluttony, and I'm not quite sure what reality is and isn't.
Has it been okay for you? I mean, has it been rough? What is going on?
I've been in meetings.
Ooh.
Yeah, right.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've spent the last 2 days in meetings.
Oh, gross.
I don't know where my summer went.
So let me get this straight. The kids aren't back yet.
No,
You're just back.
I'm just back. We're having what I am being professionally developed. Right?
How do you feel about being quote unquote professionally developed?
I don't like it. I don't care for it at all. How would the kids 20 years ago say, it's not my jam?
It's not my jam. I don't get my kicks off of this.
No, I am not. I am so not Billy or Haji at the moment. And I was all fucking summer. I was all three rolled into one. I was kicking it all over the place. So, Richard Jennings?
Why did we have to come back to this, Paula?
Man, what sucks, and this is so the trilogy curse, is that the first one is like, bam! And then the second one, you're all like, okay, sophomoric effort. They got a little weird. They experimented, but that was still cool. And then the third one comes along and you're like, seriously, Sean Connery? You thought you'd bring Sean Connery back and throw River Phoenix in there too? What the fuck were you thinking? And it just was like, this was such a proto-porno. This was so much more pornography and less story than the rest of them.
This is the epitome of let's rush and just throw something together. I have some film. What was the plot of the other two? Oh, wait, there's a crazy guy who hates women. let's just
Yeah.
kill a bunch of women and rub a bunch of tits, and then at the end try and explain something, but do it so half-assed that it doesn't really matter. It's totally inconsequential. And oh, by the way, he dies.
Yeah.
Let's just wrap it up. That's it. So, folks,
That's it.
we talked about it. The kiss of her flesh.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh. At first the movie started and I was like, oh, this isn't too bad. This is actually fairly straightforward.
No, again, like in a lot of the movies we watched, the opening scene was like, all right, 5 Jackalmans. Got you. Because that opening scene was amazing. It really was, with the dollar store Tura. That opening scene was great. The credits were great with the paper lips. It wasn't the bathroom wall opening credits of number 2, which is so appropriately named number 2. It still had like kind of the creative credit thing going on.
Yeah, I think if there's anything to take away from these movies, it's got to be that Michael Finley knows how to make amazing credit sequences.
Yeah. Low budget, amazing, gritty, smutty, disgusting credit sequences. Yeah. And then it goes into that first scene with him in Dollar Store Tura, where he's got her tied up and she's all jiggling and he electrifies her and all kinds of stuff. And so you're like, okay, this looks like it's going to be, one of the Of Her Flesh films. And then it just goes into softcore proto porn for
45 minutes.
A long time.
Nothing.
It really, really did. And then all of a sudden, some Sharon Winters lookalike chick who we saw having sex with the Sean Cassidy lookalike dude earlier.
In whitey tighties.
Oh God.
Dirty
and they weren't whitey.
Tighties.
They were not whitey and they were not tidy. And not in the IGHTY way or the DY way. That was gross. It was gross. That was just like disgusting and nasty. But yeah, so they have sex and then she shows up later and she's not even remotely as interesting as Sharon Winters. And they seem to all of a sudden have some sort of revenge thing against Richard Jennings. And like I told you when we were texting on fucking Cast or whatever the shit that is, that all of a sudden in the third act, they tell you what the plot is. And it's like, oh, okay, so this is the sister, because she goes to him like he's an abortion doctor. And this is the sister of the woman who went to him for an abortion, who got her to do the Squash Hungry movie. And now she and her Sean Cassidy lover are getting revenge on the doctor. But you really don't find that out until the third act.
They kind of disclose it when there's a sequence between the Sharon Winters character, which, I mean, that we'll call her that for lack of anything else to really call her.
I don't know what else to call her. Yeah.
When she has a lesbian sex tryst with her quote unquote sister.
Okay, I got up and peed and made myself a drink at that point. So I kind of missed that whole shebang. So was that her sister or was that not her sister?
I cannot tell you. They make it sound like it is her sister, her legitimate sister. Like they reunite and say, our third sister, she got killed. Jennings is behind it. We need to go find him. And then...
But first we should have sex. Okay.
Well, yeah, because most of the dialogue in this movie, because it was all just shot without sync sound, is voiceover. Which kind of makes a lot of the dialogue in this kind of charming and really goofy. Charming in a way that it's really shittily done. So it's kind of funny.
Oh, very.
I mean, because nothing in this movie is charming because it's so misogynistic and mean-spirited.
Oh, God.
Like the entire movie
is.
It
really is. It is. It is so misogynistic and mean-spirited. Yuck. It's just yuck. This movie's just yuck.
Yeah, there's nothing really here. This is, like you said, proto-porn. That's all this is. That's all. Is a bunch of sequences that Finley put together, and they mildly had a tie-in between them because of the character. I guess he's a doctor this time, and he has a clinic.
Well, he was in the last one and did the abortion thing for the girl who was in the Squash Hungry movie. He was telling her how big her pussy was in the Squash Hungry movie and blackmailed her with her lover who thought that she was a virgin.
Right. But in this one, he seems like he's the doctor of rubbing people's tits. That seems to be it. Like, who would go to this guy? Why is he why does he have an office? And why do women keep showing up to his office just to get groped and then killed?
Well, the defanged Sharon Winters did to get for revenge. I mean, that's why she ended up showing up, and she and her boyfriend ended up, gosh, I don't want to spoil this for anyone.
What a shame it would be.
Yeah, gosh, what a shame that would be to spoil this gem of a flick. But no, that was funny because the first one was a proto slasher film.
Yes.
And it was great.
Yes.
It was tight.
Yeah.
It was focused. It was well done for being a $3 fucking film by Michael and Roberta Finley.
Yes.
But like I said, it dealt with the sequel curse, whereas in the second one was a strange adaptation of the first, and it kind of worked, especially because of that, bathroom credits scene, which tied the whole room
It didn't
together.
really feel like with the second one he wanted to make another one of these movies. It just felt like he kind of tied it in haphazardly just to, I don't know, it wasn't marketable. I don't understand why it was even part of the trilogy, to be honest.
Something about the power of three. People have to make 3 films or for some reason. I don't know. It carried through with some of the themes, like the one where, because, like in the first one, he gives the girl the rose and it pricks her and she dies from the poison. And so there's always tightly constructed murders in the first, and then it gets a little looser in the second. And then there was that one scene, there were just a couple where he did murders, like the opening scene with the chick with the electrodes on her breast.
And the lobster claw.
Oh God! And then there was a lobster claw. Exactly. John Waters saw that. John Waters did. He did. That was the whole lobster rape scene, just in this little microcosm of this. Absolutely. But then the one scene that kind of held true to the others was the So Long Sucka, where he makes her suck his dick.
Yeah.
And which was so fake.
It looked like she was sucking on a carrot.
Yeah, and like I said, this was proto porn. There were a lot more boobs. There were a lot more of grabbing of boobs, but there was a lot more bush.
Yes.
There wasn't penetration, of course, or
Right.
anything like that. There was belly button fucking.
No dong. There were anal beads.
There were anal beads. Yeah, there were. It was a lot. That's what I was saying. It was proto porn. This was a lot more getting closer to the breakouts of Behind the Green Door and Deep Throat and all that. This was like probably about 2 or 3 years before that happened, I think. There was that one scene where he poisons the chick with his semen, right?
Yes.
We just talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
And it was very, very poorly filmed.
Which could be said about almost everything in this movie.
But there have been in the others really, really good shots. There was that one really great shot where right before she dies from his poisoned semen, which I still don't understand how it poisoned her, but not him, because he's got mucous membranes in his dick just like a mouth, but whatever, 1968 science, fuck it, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
who needs to actually follow it? Well, that's like I said later in the movie where he's driving down a road and then there's just some vagabond gypsy girl who wants to fuck him. Yeah, this is what reality is like. This happens in porno.
It's exactly what it's like. Well, I mean, we're also talking about a man who was filming a movie on top of the Pan Am building and got his head chopped off by a helicopter blade. So, he lived life well. Aside from making movies about poisoning women with his fucking semen. So long, sucker!
I think
that was funny.
Yeah, if I got to walk away with anything from this movie, it's that there was some really funny dialogue in it. That was the only thing, because this reeked of like the curse of indie filmmakers that start going down this route of having to make smut and deciding they're just going to keep pushing the boundaries and the buttons even more and more and more, that they get to a point where they're trying to churn these things out and keep churning them out year to year or even multiples per year, that they just stop writing stories, and they think that all you got to do is have a girl naked and some dude rubbing her tits and eventually she ends up dying. That's all it has to be, and just have a bunch of scenes that are that with no real connective tissue between any of them. This reeks of something that was shot in a weekend and then put together. There's really nothing to this. I mean, it is so lazy. Everything about this movie is so uninteresting and so lazy.
It really is. It was not. I kept seeing you check how much more time we had, and I remember watching the first one and it flying by, and the second one went by pretty quickly too. And this one was more of an LA zombie effect. It's like, or me being in professional development meetings where I swear to God, time's going backwards.
Yes, I agree. I couldn't agree with you more.
It was like, really? This is an hour-long movie and we've only watched 22 I could have sworn we watched at least 47 minutes of this.
Yeah, I was calling bullshit. I'm like, no way is this the time. I remember when we started this thing, I'm like, oh, this is going to be great. It's only an hour long.
Yeah, you said that, yeah.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
How did this get to be so goddamn long?
This trilogy went from being one of my favorite all-time no budget movies ever to being like, please be over. Please.
Yeah, I agree.
Please be over. Please just stop. I think, what did I ask you guys like 3 or 4 times? What's going on? and then it came to the third act, and all of a sudden the quote unquote, and I cannot put enough quotation marks around plot in this movie, but all of a sudden the whole point of it became evident because they told us, right?
Yeah, they flat explicitly state what's
and all of a
going on.
sudden Sharon Winters look-alike and Sean Cassidy look-alike come in and take revenge on Richard Jennings, but like up until that it was just free-floating softcore porn. Yeah,
it was just a bunch of people groping boobs, and there was that whole sequence where the one girl shows up to his office and he's doing something with her nether regions. We never see what it is exactly, and then one of the sisters is outside like Norman Bates in the remake through a peephole watching the proceedings happen, and she's masturbating. This goes on for like 15 minutes.
Oh my God. You know what? I cannot believe I forgot a female masturbation scene, but I fucking forgot a female masturbation scene.
Because it was boring.
It was boring as fuck, yeah.
It cut between her top half, which was just her shoulders and her face gyrating back and forth and like she's doing something.
Her hands down her pants.
And then the B shot is just the torso of the other girl wiggling back and forth. This went on for 10 minutes.
It did. There was so much filler in this movie.
It's so boring.
It was so
fucking
boring. I never thought, except with Showgirls, that I would be so bored looking at so many boobs.
Oh, so I mean, like I said, there's some giggles to be had with some of the dialogue. None of it's particularly shot well.
No, don't waste your time. No, that one shot that I was telling you about like 5 minutes ago, that one shot was when the chick that he ends up poisoning with his dick as opposed to himself, when she's taking off her mini dress and it's a POV shot from below and she's like taking off her chain belt. That was a cool shot. But honestly, when I look back on the other Flesh films and then I look at this one, the other ones had so many more amazing shots. And the first one especially had a tight knit plot and story that moved forward every fucking second. And this,
it engaged you.
It did. It engaged. Absolutely. And the second one was at least weird enough and crazy freeform jazz enough to carry me through. It wasn't great, but I dug it.
Yeah.
This one? No.
It's nothing.
It's
a whole lot. It is porn. It is nothing.
It's bad porn.
It's really bad. Well, because it's softcore. There's nothing going on in it. So, I mean, the titillation is, I guess, just a bunch of breasts.
Yeah, it's a bunch of breasts.
So it may shock you. This statement may shock you. I was bored by this.
I like boobs a lot. I love pussies are beautiful. But this was not an enticing display of either.
No, there was nothing erotic about this. Because I think mostly why it wasn't erotic, because the women were beautiful.
They were gorgeous.
Very beautiful.
All of them. Absolutely.
I think a lot of the reason why none of this is erotic is it's so misogynistic. Like everything about it is
extremely and that's what I mean. The movies are about a guy whose wife betrays him, and so he goes on a rampage. And in the first movie, it works really well because it was a really well written, really well tightly shot film. But
there's pathos behind what he did.
Very much so. But
there was an arc, a story, a journey.
Yeah, but then by this one, lost it.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you hardened ghouls out there, you might get into this. This might be your bag, but
it's
really,
boring. It's boring. It's so boring. Time went backwards. This was the professional development meeting of the Flesh trilogy. I just wanted to let you know that if you want to know what it's like to sit in an Oklahoma City public schools professional development meeting, but with more tits, watch this movie. Yeah.
Okay. So having said that, what's the Jackalman action?
Zero.
Zero Jackalmans on this.
Absolutely none. This is not... I mean, even Bat Pussy had me like going, what's going to happen next? What's going to happen next? What are these fucking disgusting pigs going to fucking do? This one was like, is it over yet? This was like LA Zombie territory.
I will forget this the instant we stop talking about it. I will remember Bat Pussy for the rest of my life.
And for the rest of my life, I'll remember The Curse of Her Flesh, The Touch of Her Flesh. I'll remember those. I will remember even fucking, oh God, what was that horrible Jess Franco, Emmanuel on Taboo Island?
The inconfessable orgies of
Emmanuel. Yes. More than I will this. This was nothing.
Yep. I will have to say, if you tied me to a chair, tied a string to my flaccid penis, and put this on in front of me with a gun on the other end of
just like they did in the movie, yeah.
The climax of this movie, and what I had to try and not get aroused by was this movie, I'd be safe.
Yeah, you'd be good.
I'd be good. So I'm with you. This is nothing. This is a big fat goose egg of Jackalman action. I'm sorry, Irving Jackalman. You can go home. You're not needed this time. And I think, I'm going to say this, Paula. We watch a lot of movies that have rape in them.
We do.
And I think I'm to the point right now where I'm sick of watching rape movies. Yeah. I'm sick of watching anything that has rape in it. I'm going to go forward saying this. If a movie comes in and right off the bat is a rape sequence, that's a -2 Jackalman deduction immediately. For me, I'm sick of it. Can we find some movies that don't have any rape in them?
Well, what's our next movie on the list?
Orgy of the motherfucking dead. No fucking rape in this gimmick.
Sweet action.
It's nothing but Criswell and the best titties.
Well, that sounds good.
I can't wait. Before we get too far into that talk, let's move on. I'm sorry that the Flesh trilogy ended with a big old ass whimper, but we
watched it so you don't have to.
Yep. You're done.
Welcome, motherfucker.
So let's hear Angelique talk about whatever the fuck kind of weird ass shit she gonna talk about this time on the book club at Orgy Castle.
Get it, Bone.
Hi, and welcome back to another book club at Orgy Castle. I'm your host, Angelique. Hi. And tonight we have another offering from Miss Jacqueline DeCirque called Taken by Aliens. So, this whole Area 51 thing has taken off and then disappeared. Suddenly. Like aliens did it? But our story, this one's short, smutty, and sweet, just like me. This one follows Emma. She's an anthropologist, and she's going out to Area 51 to kind of study folks who are enthralled by aliens. And she has her partner, Jeff, with her, and they have a little rendezvous. Then they set up camp. And in the middle of the night, she hears a noise, and she goes out, and she gets tractor beamed right up into an alien spacecraft, and she's lashed to a table, and aliens come out and tell her telepathically, their mouths don't move, she can hear everything, and they communicate, by thought. Did you get that? I doubt it. I gotta work on my telepathic powers. Anyway, so they basically tell her that she's been chosen to be impregnated, and she is taken every which way by all kinds of aliens, and apparently alien penises can transmorph into various shapes and have spinning, vibrating, sucking, like xenomorph penis, penis in a penis that comes out, and there's a lot of anatomical nonsense going on. And then all of a sudden they're like, prepare your body for our God. And apparently Satan is on this spaceship, and he chooses her to be his queen and basically does a reverse chest burster on her. Instead of the ovipositor going down, the ovipositor goes up, if you know what I mean, and I think you do. But she's, covered in alien jizz, and there's all this like weird extraterrestrial pollen that when it hits her skin it kind of burns and has like a soporific effect. It makes her feel all, druggy and the edge of pleasure and pain and blah, 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 blah. It doesn't come across very well. The story's way too short, and it's just, there's too many different kinds of penises. They go in her ears and her nostrils and everywhere. It's just, dicks akimbo. But after she gets done railing alien Satan, for lack of a better name, she passes out from the most powerful orgasm in the universe and comes back to Earth. And she's like, "Oh, was it all a dream? I don't know." And she grabs her chest and she feels something move. She's pregnant with alien Satan babies. Oh my God. Yeah, a bit ridiculous, but hey, fun. So, until next time, bye.
So, Paula, we may have to take another week off next week.
Are you going to a Brewers game? Is that it?
I am not a baseball fan.
Really?
No, I grew up going to Chicago Cubs games because I grew up on the southwest side of Chicago.
Yeah, don't tell Corey that.
He already knows. The motherfucker knows.
He will get out of his car and beat your ass. I'm just saying. I have been in the car when he's done that.
I used to go to games when I was young.
And he's no bigger than I am. Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah. Oh, trust me. I'm not worried. But yeah, Mike, every year, my company, they take us out to a game. It's fun. I mean, I mostly sit in the bar and have Long Island iced teas.
That sounds like a plan.
Yeah. So, I mean,
that
it's
sounds like a plan I would have.
It doesn't, I don't have to know or watch or do anything, but people seem to think it's a big deal to me because Brewers fans hate Cubby fans. And I wouldn't necessarily say I'm a quote unquote Cubbies fan. I just like saying it to piss people off.
No, I like telling middle-aged white men I hate the Beatles.
Yeah, well, I'm with you, sister. 1,000%.
I know, baby. That's why we're friends.
But
that and your love of Paul Nash.
Oh, the Nash. But
I know, right?
Wisconsinites have such thin fucking skin.
Dude, I'm from college football hell, Oklahoma. I know what you're talking about.
Jesus, grow a fucking pair. It's a sports team. It doesn't mean shit. Get over it.
Yeah, I know.
So, anyways, I like to just say it mostly to piss people off. So
yeah, fuck sports ball and fuck the Beatles.
So, anyways, we are going next week is a company trip to Milwaukee to go check out a game. And sorry, folks, gonna have to cancel the podcast yet again.
But we'll be back the next week with Orgy of the Dead. And we're also doing the Gialli podcast, correct?
Yep, we're going to be doing a podcast for my other show, Astro Radio Z, where we're going to be talking about some Jolly. Paula,
Yay!
I think this might be the first time I've ever had you on Astro Radio Z.
Which is funny considering I was one of the first people on Astro Radio.
It's true.
I know.
That's weird. Well, you had talked to me for a long, long time about trying to come on the show, and we just never could get it to work because your bedtime used to be like 8 o'clock at night.
Well, I was Dobby the house elf, and I was kind of a slave, so I didn't have a lot of freedom. So yeah. But now I'm free as a breeze. So whatever. As long as I'm in bed by 10.
So, folks, stick around. A couple weeks, we'll be back to do Ed Wood's, quote unquote, Stephen Apostolof's, quote unquote, Orgy of the Dead, which, if you don't have the Vinegar Syndrome Blu-ray, go dig between the cushions of your couch, go out to your car, look under the seat, do whatever you gotta do. Go buy this gimmick. It's fucking amazing.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So, Paula.
And Gialli will be Edwidge Fenich like a motherfucker.
Oh, it'll be so wonderful and beautiful.
Edwidge Fest, yay! So what's up? You said Paula, what's up?
Oh, I was just say, so Paula.
Yeah.
Parting words for the listeners.
Well, in the wise semen poisoning words of one brilliant slut killer, Richard Jennings. So long, sucker!
Satan is the name she goes by. There's a lot of devil in her eye. Kiss a fire that burns you well. She breaks your heart and it hurts like words can't tell.